So, how did I get started with IT? Well, my dad bought me my first PC when I was 11 years old. And back in the days, there was no internet on your computer, so all you had was the stuff that was installed on your computer, which was not a lot. It was Civilization 1, which was my favorite game back in the days, that we started implementing some cheats to add gold to our accounts. We had GW Basic and Q Basic that I used to program little things on our library computer as well, and yeah, that's how I got started with IT. After my studies, I went on for my first job to work as a computer engineer with IBM in California. It's a large organization. I learned a lot about procedures and processes, but after 2 years, I quickly learned that I was probably more well-shaped to work in a small environment, and I took the opportunity to move back to Luxembourg and co-found Mpulse, which is a mobile payments company in the telecom sector. It's our first steps as well in mobile payment business, which we extended in 2009 as a research and development project, also supported by the Luxembourg government, to found Digicash, which is today the de facto standard in mobile payment in Luxembourg. We did this until 2017, until a large consortium of international banks decided to acquire Digicash and use its foundations that we had created to deploy mobile payment services in all of Europe. All right, so what do we do at Finologee? We're an enabler for financial institutions and corporates to help them digitize their business and optimize the processes and the way they interact with their customers. So we provide this in several different layers. There's a fine granular layer based on APIs and microservices that can be used, for example, to do ID checks on ID documents, send one-time passwords, sign documents, etc., such as it's being used by Foyer, a major player in the insurance industry. But we also provide ready-to-use products such as PSD2, helping our clients being compliant with the new Payment Services Directive, or a digital onboarding platform that allows retrieving customer documents, signing the contract to become a client at a bank. So, what does Finologee's IT infrastructure look like? With the experience of having built a number of platforms before and knowing the constraints of our clients from the financial sector and the requirements in terms of compliance and regulation, we had to find a solution that is both as flexible as things that you would find in the public clouds, but as compliant as you need it in a Tier 4 data center in Luxembourg. That's why we chose to build our infrastructure based on microservices using Kubernetes to have the flexibility and the scalability that we need to quickly deploy the applications of our clients and scale appropriately. Why is it an exciting time to be a CIO? Obviously, in the financial sector that we're active in, there's a lot of things are changing. IT is becoming more and more important in a lot of organizations. We've seen some of the more traditional financial institutions become a lot more IT-centric providers to their clients as well. That's why it's important also for us to be able to help those players in the market with new tools, new components that they can use to accelerate their digitization process.